104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Rula Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
All right, if you want to go to the rodeo, we are the place to get the tickets. 8 o'clock this morning, we will reveal yet another rodeo sounder of the day. Every day it changes. We reveal the sounder at 8, and then between the hours of 9 a.m. and 7 p.m., when you hear the sounder, that's when you're going to try and be caller 104 so that you can win Rodeo Houston tickets. We will also reveal to you which show you're going to win the first out of the gate, because it changes all day. But like yesterday, I announced, we have this rodeo sounder, and it's going to be for Lizzo. Well, Sam gave away Lizzo tickets, but then the next time it aired, it was different, for a different show. So you have Monday, March 2nd to Sunday, March 22nd, a variety of shows in there that you can score tickets. The rodeo sounder of the day, an hour from now.
The war is on. It's Roses on the Rula Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
Okay, you know how this works.
Yep.
We've been doing this for what, 23 years, Eric?
20? Yeah, wow.
23.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Wow.
I've been doing it for 26.
Yeah, you're doing it in Philly.
I started in 2000. Crazy. I can't even count how many couples I've taught you. But let's go to krbe.com. Let's point you in that direction, because that's where you can get with us if you have questions in your relationship. You think your mate's lying to you. Lying by omission is even worse.
And a lot of things must have happened over the break, because the last 2 weeks I've gotten a lot. I've doubled what I got in November.
Man, Lindsay reached out. Let's get her story. Good morning, Lindsay.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, Lindsay. Welcome to the Rula Show with Eric.
Yes, I'm
Hey.
sorry you're here for Roses, but tell us what's going on, Lindsay.
My boyfriend, Mark, we've been together for about a year, and past few weeks, maybe a month or so, I've been seeing some signs, and I didn't want to jump to conclusions, but something happened that I can't stop thinking about.
Okay.
Um,
what kind of signs, before you
Yeah.
tell us that one thing, what were the signs?
So, for example, I've tried to bring up the topic of marriage, and he's like, whoa, slow down, which fine. Okay. It's only been a year, I guess. But also
Well, hold on a second.
how
how
old
old
are
are
you?
you? That makes a difference.
If
If
you're-
you're 23, it's one thing.
You're 40.
It's
like,
another
hey.
thing. Yeah.
yeah, I'm 29 and he's 30.
Okay. Oh,
And that's a really prime age to get married.
that's the perfect age, I think.
Yeah,
28 to
that's
34.
What I
yeah.
think.
Yeah. Okay, so he says, slow down. Well, that's promising. Okay, and what else?
What else?
What's the one thing that you said is really sticking out that you can't stop thinking about?
Okay, so the other day I came over after work and I found a pearl earring under his bed, and it's definitely not mine. And he was like, "Oh, it must be the housekeeper's." And I asked her. I use the same cleaning lady, and it's not hers. So
How'd you find it under the
like,
bed? Just curious. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
well,
they get under the bed.
Yeah, what were you doing?
Or
Come on.
how'd
was-
you...
Were you following your gut? You're like, I need to look around? You can be honest.
No, it was just under the bed. It wasn't deep under there. It was just maybe a foot or so under the edge.
And you're like,
so
"Oh,
it
what's
just caught
that?"
my eye, the glint of it, and I was like, "What's that?" And sure enough,
Got it. So, he just dismissed it like it's the housekeeper's pearl earring. You have the same housekeeper. You do not live with him. And did you ask the housekeeper, do you have pearl earrings? Are you missing one?
yeah, I asked her about it, and she was like, "No, not mine.
How about, does he have any siblings, like a sister?
That may have come over.
Not locally, no."
Okay.
Okay.
There's no other reason a female would have been in his home that may or may not have lost a pearl earring.
Because guys don't wear those, right?
No. If a guy wears an earrings, it's like a diamond stud or gold hoops or something. But
Never
definitely,
seen a
I've
guy
never
wear-
seen a dude choose a pearl earring as his one earring or two
I've
or
never
whatever.
seen that, so yeah.
okay.
Any other stuff?
Yeah, he does.
That's pretty big. That's a big one there. You're right. Anything else? Those two things are big.
And again, I have to umbrella. Sorry, I know somebody's going to text you right now and say, so-and-so wears pearl. Okay, fine. I get it. Maybe there's a small percentage. But the average guy who wants to pierce his ears is not choosing pearl earrings first. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he doesn't have any piercings anyway, so it's
Okay,
definitely not
okay.
his either.
All
Okay.
right. So have you told Mark, hey, I asked the housekeeper. She said she doesn't have pearl earrings.
No, once she said no, it's not hers, I decided I need to do a little sleuthing before I confront him about it.
Yeah.
I also don't want to accuse him without kind of having something more substantial. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can get a better answer from the Roses.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did you have? So that's what you found then. You're going on an earring, and because he's not really into getting married
talking about marriage? Yeah.
Anything else? We good?
Yeah, there's other little things, but nothing definitive.
But the
Okay.
pattern's making you feel like, okay,
Exactly. It's
get
like
roses.
it's a bunch of little things that kind of
yeah.
all
Okay.
added up. But, yeah.
Now, you've heard how Rula does roses. She, asks him who to give them to. Is there somebody that you would think he would
Send
give them to? Like,
yeah. Is there another female name
Yeah.
that we should be aware of that he might want to send roses to besides your name?
I have a couple of guesses, but I'm not too sure. Like, there's a coworker who he used to show me like their little funny chats, and then he kind of stopped doing that.
Okay.
So I don't know, could be a thing. And then he also has a neighbor who's a single mom, and he like helps her out with tech stuff sometimes.
Okay.
how about the maid? Because a lot of people are texting them. What about the maid?
You think the maid is having an affair
Or
with
a
him?
house cleaner? I don't know what.
Or the housekeeper, yeah.
Housekeeper.
Housekeeper.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Remember, he slept with that lady and got her pregnant.
That was sort of his live-in maid. He was just
How about
bored
her?
that day.
Well, she's in her 60s, so I don't think
I'm
that's
gonna
likely.
Hey, people
Probably
in
not.
their 60s still are.
I'm going to say no. Likely no. Okay, so we don't have a specific name to be listening for other than yours, Lindsay. And when I get Mark on the phone, you will also be on the phone, but you will say nothing. And you will say nothing until we invite you into the conversation to tell Mark that you just heard everything. Even if he sends them to you, you're going to tell him that you don't buy this story on the pearl earring. It didn't just magically show up somewhere, and then you can, air out whatever you need to air out with him and get you some answers, okay?
Okay.
All right, stand by. We will be back with roses on The Rula Show with Eric and 104.1 KRBE.
The war is on. It's Roses on The Rula Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
Go to KRBE.com. Reach out to us if you have questions in your relationship. We'll try and get you some answers by offering your mate red roses while you listen in on the line. If they go to you, we still tell them you're listening and you can get your questions answered. If they don't go to you, then we have more questions to ask. Lindsay is very curious to know where her man Mark would send roses after finding a pearl earring at his apartment. Does not belong to her. He doesn't have pearl earrings. Whose earring is this? It's the case of the pearl earring, Eric.
Not good.
So let's just get to it, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, Lindsay, are you sure you're ready to go through with this?
Okay.
All right. Hang on. Here we go. I'm going to put you down, so don't just listen to Rula.
And wait till we invite you back in.
Okay.
Obviously, you can't talk
Okay.
anyway because if you're potted down, that's
Yep.
the technical term for your mic is off.
Yep.
All right, here we go. It's Roses on The Rula Show with Eric and 104.1 KRBE.
Hi, this is Mark.
Oh, well, hello, Mark. This is Diana, and I'm calling you from Promotions Extravaganza. I know you don't know me, and you don't expect this phone call, but I'm just going to double check with you that, Mark, you work at air conditioning systems, right?
Yes.
And your immediate manager's name is Bradley.
Yeah, Brad. Yes.
Okay, I've got you on the list here with other colleagues that work there. It's just like a job well done phone call. Good for you. Congratulations. You've been doing some great work, and they want to give you some incentive to keep on doing great work. It's a $150 bouquet of red roses that can be delivered
Wow.
anywhere, Mark, within 24
Wow.
hours. So congratulations,
That's
and thanks
cool.
for not hanging up on me.
No, thank you. That's cool.
I know. The last guy didn't think it was cool. He wanted something better than that. But I said, look, I can send them anywhere you want. You don't have to keep them for yourself. If there's somebody in your life that you could benefit by sending them red roses, I'll send them there. So, Mark, what do you want me to do with these? Send them to the address listed on the employee list, or do you want me to send them out to someone else?
No, actually, I have someone else in mind, if that's okay.
Sure, of course it is.
Um,
Let's start with the name of that
and-
person.
Okay, that person's name is Maria.
Okay, and the greeting for the card.
The card should say, "The next time we make a mess, I'll clean it all up." And could you guys put a smiley face on that?
I guess. I'm just kidding.
If not, just I guess smiles in parentheses. How's it?
I'm just messing with you, Mark. I'm just messing with you. I've heard a lot of greetings, and that's kind of funny, but okay. Like smiley face, I got that. Now, do you want me to write like love Mark, or how do you want me to sign that? Messy kitchen, messy living room.
Yeah, actually, messy kitchen might be funny.
What? Actually, sign it messy kitchen? I was just joking. Okay. She's gonna know who you are, I guess. If you're the kitchen
No, but that
mess.
that kind of has a hidden meaning, so I think that might be cool.
Oh, well, that's a new one for me. Okay, Mark. Well, I've got that information, but there is more information to share with you before the phone call can end.
Hey, Mark. You're not talking to somebody about flowers. It's Rula from the Rula Show with Eric. Talking to you.
And that's Eric.
And I'm Eric. And we're listening in on this. And I don't know who Maria is because we've been talking to your girlfriend.
Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay, you can talk to him right now. Go ahead.
What? Seriously, Mark?
Yeah.
Maria?
Who's Maria?
How old is she, 19?
Wait, who's Maria?
Maria is our housekeeper's niece.
Uh-oh.
She's like a teenager.
Oh, dude, a teenager?
Ew.
What the hell?
19 is definitely a
Disgusting.
teenager. Mark, anything got to say there? Did you hang up? Mark,
Mark, are you there?
Lindsay, what are we doing here? I don't understand this. You got me on the radio?
You don't understand? You are caught, Mark.
Well, is this what you want? Is this what you want out of our 1-year relationship for you to out me
No,
like
that's not what I
this?
want, obviously. What do you want? Like, you're so pathetic going after some 19-year-old. Like, seriously, this is so embarrassing for you.
Yeah, Mark. Lindsay told us that y'all have been dating a year, and when she brings up marriage, you're like, oh, slow down there.
Yep.
And she found this pearl earring under the bed, and you claimed it was the housekeeper's, and the housekeeper said, nope, not mine. But
So-
now we know it's her niece's.
Yeah, it's her niece's.
But how'd she get there?
Yeah, what the hell? I kind of wish she had told me that was her niece's earring. Like, I'm going to have to find a new housekeeper now.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, she's covered for her niece.
Well, was the niece there at the same time the housekeeper was there to clean? How did the niece get involved?
And
How'd you meet
how
the
do you
niece?
know her? How do you both know her?
Yeah, she comes sometimes to help her aunt. Like, yeah, I've met her a couple of times.
Oh, wow.
Mark, that is so, gross.
Man, I'm going to be honest here because this is not good. I don't believe I'm here, but I'm just going to be honest. And I wanted to be honest with you, Lindsay, from the very beginning. First of all, it's only been a year, okay? And you're snooping around.
No.
You're trying to get into my phone.
Snooping around.
You're using the Ring camera as like a detective. I don't
You're
understand.
sneaking around. Are you kidding me?
I'm at home. I'm not sneaking around. I'm at my home.
Are you
With
telling
Maria.
her that?
Maria comes over.
Ridiculous.
And do you share that
Maria
information?
comes over.
Do you share that information with her? Do you tell her, oh, I had a good day. Maria came over.
Well, I think she knew that, and
What?
It was tough. Maria's a 19-year-old girl. She comes over to help my housekeeper. She comes, she's revealing clothes,
What?
hot pants.
What?
Oh, my God.
Well, it's
So
her,
you're blaming her.
Well, it's her fault for looking hot.
For making you cheat on Lindsay. Also, let's not forget your card says, next time we make a mess, I'll clean it up myself. Kitchen messy or whatever the heck you want me to write. So you have spent time with Maria alone, obviously. And do not blame this on how this girl dresses, that you fell
That's weak.
into her wily ways and had to cheat on Lindsay. Lindsay, at least you know now. And also, Lindsay did tell us, Mark, there were a lot of other little things that were adding up to make her question your behavior. So whatever with the Ring camera and the phone, all that stuff, that gave her the trail of crumbs to bring her to Roses with you.
Mark, can I ask you, are you checked out in this relationship? Is that why you're doing this stuff? I don't understand. Why would you?
Why not just break up with Lindsay?
That's all you have to do. I don't understand why people have to cheat. You're not even married, have kids or anything. You're just dating. You don't even have the same house. You could end it so easy. Why would you do this?
Well, I'll be honest with you. After this phone call, maybe I am checked out. But before then,
Oh.
honestly, I made a mistake, and it was one of those things where, at first I regretted it, but now I don't regret it at all.
Okay. There it is, Lindsay. He
There you
doesn't
go, Lindsay.
regret.
What do you think about that? Now he's upset at you.
Yeah, you're the villain.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And honestly, I'm done being the mature one in this relationship. And he's running around being this cliche older guy chasing someone who's barely out of high school. Like, no, I'm out.
Gross. Yeah,
I don't
we're
blame
done.
you.
How about we just turn Mark's line down? We
Yep.
can be done with Mark as well.
He's
Because
done.
that's gross. And I don't know what kind of life Maria thinks that Mark's got, or if she wants a piece of it, or they're just messing around and she doesn't want to see him. But whatever, who cares?
I would
That's-
love to talk to you, though, next week, because I'd like to know if you're going to confront the cleaning lady.
Yeah, what's your housekeeper's name? If you want to tell us.
What's her name?
Her name's Lupita. And yeah, I don't know.
Lupita's going
I'm
to kill
really
Maria. You know
disappointed.
why?
Oh, yeah.
Lupita's going to kill her because she's losing 2 clients.
Well, then she shouldn't have covered for her, or she should have just said it was my earring. Why didn't she just
crazy.
say that? I don't get that. All right. We'd love to talk to you next week, all right?
Sorry, Lindsay. Hang in there.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Take care. We'll talk to you on Monday. Have a good day.
You too.
Take care. Man, I just don't.
And I'm saying it lightly. She's going to kill Maria. We're not saying
No.
it literally. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, this is very important to keep your jobs and to let your family member get in the way of your money stream. Like, just like you said, I don't know why she just didn't say it's my earring. Forget it. Who cares? Let's move on. But now we know, and everyone's so grossed out about the 19-year-old situation. So anyway, what do we learn, guys? That to anybody that's female that gets anywhere in your landscape, you have a thing for them.
What are the
I don't
like in the
know.
like as I'm not in my 20s or 30s anymore. It's like if I saw a 19-year-old, that's gross. I mean, not that they're gross, just for,
For you,
but
for you to
gross
think to be with that
to
person.
be with them.
Yes.
Like, why would I want to be with somebody in their 20s? What would I talk to them about?
Also, they're not even old enough to have a drink, to even go somewhere to have an alcoholic beverage. If you're not even old enough to have an alcoholic beverage, you should not be dating that person.
Good
if you're
point.
in your 40s.
Yeah, if you can't take them there's an age restriction for anything.
Right. You should not be dating them.
And you're getting ARP card.
Right.
ARP stuff.
You're
Whatever.
getting the
less
mailers.
than half your age.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get those mailers in.
You're getting the mailers for the ARP card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 55 and alive plan, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm on the 55 and alive plan. Not because I'm 55, but my mom is, and she was gracious enough to invite us to join her on that plan.
And anybody
Where
can
we
join those.
Yeah.
The ARP
Yeah.
plan. I think we looked that up once.
We did.
Yeah.
Anyone
There's a lot
can
of
be an
benefit
ARP.
to it. Anybody can be on it.
Yeah, you don't have to be over 55 or whatever it is. 50.
Or 50, whatever it is. The other thing, too, that's throwing me about age, can I just throw this in here, 30-second personal? My nephew is getting married this weekend, and we were looking at pictures when he was a baby. And my mom married my dad in an arranged marriage. That's just how it worked back then. She met him when she was 19.
Back then in Greece.
In Greece.
Not
Yeah,
here.
yeah. No.
But okay.
It still works that way in some countries. I
Yes.
don't know that. But,
there's
my
a show
mom
on
was
Netflix
so
about
young.
that.
Yeah,
From India. It's a
there
girl.
is.
A girl was from Houston, the first episode.
About arranged marriages in
Yeah.
India still happening today. Yeah, I know that happens. And maybe in some way, shape, or form, it still happens in Greece as well, but it's not as prominent as it was back then. So my mom was 20 when she got married to my dad. I mean, she had my brother by the time he was 21. It is his son getting married this weekend. And I'm looking at these pictures of the groom-to-be when he's a baby, and I think I'm older right now than my mom was in those pictures. Because my mom became a grandmother at ages that I have an 11-year-old, and my mom had a grandchild. You know what I mean? Because I didn't get married until later. So I'm just thinking, God, that's so crazy when you look at that. Like, we've had interns, Eric, before, that you're like, oh, okay. So if I had a kid when I was 19, you'd be my kid.
Oh, yeah, I have friends that had kids when they were like 15, 16.
What, the kids are 15, 16, or they had a kid
But
at
they
16?
had a kid at 16.
They had a kid at 16. Okay,
And then
teen
think about that.
pregnancy.
Then that kid gets pregnant at 15.
Oh, my God.
So their grandma.
And what was that? What was that a group there we had? It was a mom
I remember we had
who was
somebody
so
on
embarrassed
that-
that she didn't break the cycle.
Yeah, there's like 3.
Her mother had her at 15, and she was so ashamed. And then she got pregnant at 16, and she was so ashamed to tell her mom. And now her 17-year-old or 16-year-old was pregnant, and she was like, oh, my God, we couldn't break the cycle. I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah.
And she had to tell her mom, I'm sorry, but I have to let you know that I'm going to be a
happens.
grandma now. Anyway, y'all go to krbe.com if you want to reach out for roses. It happens every single Thursday.
There's something I learned about as being a parent is you got to be careful what you tell your kids when it comes to like your life. Whatever happens with you from like maybe you're a bad student,
Right?
just lie to them and say you were an A student.
Tell me why.
Because
Dad,
coming
you
up.
said you were a bad student. Why does it matter if
There you
I'm
go.
being
I don't
bad?
need school.
like I would tell them like, oh yeah, I remember. I think my senior year I had like a 1.4
And now look
GPA.
at you.
because I never showed up and my mom died. I didn't care, and then they see
Now
this.
look at you.
They don't see the struggle I had.
Yeah, did you explain to them your mother died when you were 17 and that's why you didn't want to go to school?
Yeah, but
Because that obviously plays into it.
I know, but kids or just little things like my wife. I think she went her senior year was it with your sister to Mexico or something when she was 17, and my daughter's 17. She's like, "You got to go when you were 17. Why are you having a problem with that?" I'm like, "Well, it's a different
It
time."
was a different time.
And she was a senior. You're a junior.
Yeah, that's
I feel like
funny.
a 17-year-old in the 90s, early 90s,
Going to
is
Mexico
different than a
was different
17-year-old
than
now. I don't think the brain is there.
And also, we didn't know about trafficking back then.
I don't know. There's still kids,
wait,
even a 19-year-old.
But Eric, did trafficking exist that we just didn't know it existed in,
sure
in
it had.
that time?
Yes.
'Cause
It had
now
to.
that's all you get. That's all we know about, right? Getting
Yes.
kidnapped and all that stuff.
I feel like because of the internet, these perverts are actually able to get these girls and go to these hotels. Remember, that's how that girl was found. She was on that website or something in Dallas.
That's
So
right.
I feel like it is worse now. I don't have any facts to back that up, but I don't remember. I also lived in Illinois in the 80s and 90s.
the middle of America.
So I don't know if trafficking was a thing there like it would be down here back then. I never heard of it really until that first Super Bowl.
Right.
When we found out how
2004, 2004. Yeah.
When we found out how all the sex workers were coming here for the Super Bowl, and then we found out about the trafficking. What is it?
1960 was the corridor for human trafficking. And that came up on my
I opened
algorithm
my eyes.
again.
I'm like, I never even thought of that.
No, we'd never known really what that was.
Like massage parlors, all these things that were here when I moved here. I'm like, what is all this what is all this stuff here?
Yeah, how weird is
People
that for
really
you as a
must
new
be
Houstonian to see that?
People are really stressed out in Houston. I thought, I'm like, wow, they really need massages.
Well, remember there was a man
Every
that called
corner.
our show, and was he newer to Houston or what? I just remember the visual because he said he was going down Westheimer, and he was going to meet some girl for this date, and he was really stressed out, and he legit thought it was a massage place. And when he went in there, he was like, what? He called our show because when people were texting, yeah, right, that guy didn't know. But he was calling because he didn't know.
I never heard
he
of that.
wasn't from here, and he was like, what is this place?
I never knew about it. I also grew up in a small town. Ottawa, Illinois is like 18,000
Well, when I lived
people.
3 years in Philadelphia, I never saw neon signs that said massage everywhere. Kevin, am I wrong? Did they
I
just not
never
have
ever
that?
saw that. No.
We have them everywhere here, and they've
And
been here for a long time.
I first moved to Galveston, and on your way down to Galveston, as you know, on the left-hand side, be right before you get on the bridge there. I was from
Cabaret.
Cabaret.
Is it still open? I can't tell. It looks like it's shut down, but apparently it's still open.
No, it can't be.
And I think it is. And there's
I
like
think it
two
is.
over there.
Is there a
Isn't
big
like-
Jesus billboard?
There
above it?
is.
Yeah, they did it on purpose.
Remind you.
You look at that, you're like,
Perfectly placed.
uh-oh.
Yeah, they
He's
do it on
watching you.
purpose.
We were driving back Monday. My wife's like, what's that place over there? It was Heartbreakers.
Yes,
Oh, on 45?
Heartbreakers.
I'm
That's
like-
a little
I
bit
go-
further up.
I go, I think that's a strip club. I don't think that's a steakhouse.
Definitely not. It's called Heartbreakers.
Heartbreakers.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's been there forever.
Has
It must
been
be a
for
good
while.
business.
Yeah,
Oh. Or they have good steak, as we've learned from our GM of the strip
Onyx.
club that calls in.
Was it Onyx or what?
I heard they had
Yes,
good
yes.
tacos, but that's
Good steak, good buffets, all the things. Anyway, how about this? Let's go to the next
No hot
story.
dogs allowed.
In Celebrity Scoop today, there was a time in entertainment news where there were so many stories in the Me Too movement that you almost forgot some of them, or you forgot who was accused and how that panned out. There is a story today about Chris Noth, a.k.a. Mr. Big, from the series Sex and the City.
Sex in the City, okay. And
Who's-
was he in a crime show, too?
He was on Law and Order,
Yeah.
the original Law and Order, with Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
Jerry Orbach. Yeah, he's Lumiere. I don't remember this, that he had accusers in 2021. But today he has outrightly said he is not friends with Sarah Jessica Parker, and he will never be again because of what
really?
happened in 2021. I'll have to refresh you guys because I had to refresh
Did she
myself.
rat him out, or did she?
You'll see why he's mad, and you'll see if you agree or disagree on ending the friendship.
And
It's
by
like
the way,
severed forever.
A lot of people are texting. Heartbreakers, they have a great steak.
Oh, good Lord. We're not going to find out.
We're going to
not
do a
finding
steak
out.
steak tour.
yeah, we're gonna have to do a show trip.
Actually, Kevin, you could make this a thing on your social
I
media.
would pay to see Kevin go to a
Day number
strip club
3
for women.
of strip club buffet ratings. And you go every day just to eat there.
Especially he would, because the girls would get in front of him. He'd be like,
Right. He's like, no, I'm not
barking up
interested.
the wrong tree, lady.
Yeah, that's why this should be a thing for you. We'd like to
I'm
know
more
the
turned
food
on by
rating.
this.
Where's the bus boy?
You know, in Houston, we have Michelin star restaurants, James Beard award-winning chefs. Kevin's going to go to the strip clubs and judge their buffets.
He'd be the one to do it.
And it'd be
Because
very
he would not be
interesting.
distracted.
No, I
Exactly
would not
right.
be biased or
It's like, I'm
anything.
here for the food, not for the boobies. All right, Scoop's next on KRVE.
Put those sweaty kittens away.
Celebrity Scoop. On the Rula Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
It is brought to you by Taqueria Arandas. And, Sarah Jessica Parker at the Golden Globes was just honored with the Carol Burnett Award. For years at the Golden Globes, when she would be nominated for her show, I was like, that's kind of weird because I don't look at the show as a comedy. The series on HBO, it's called Sex and the City, and that she was Carrie Bradshaw. When you think Carrie Bradshaw, you think shoes.
Yes.
She was all about the shoes.
But there were so many,
Fashion.
Fashion,
there's
the
so many
shoes
funny
and
parts,
the
though.
fashion.
I mean, it was funny.
I guess it was funny,
because
but I
there's no
don't-
laugh track, we don't
Yeah.
feel like
I guess
it
that's true.
back
No
then.
laugh track.
I mean, it had everything. It had drama, comedy, dramedy.
Oh, the shoes and the clothes.
Harmony. I know. Did she get to keep any of her wardrobe? I would love to know that.
She
sure
did
it's-
take
I'm sure it's in her
the
contract.
very famous in the opening where
Yes.
she's wearing that little tutu and the pink tank top.
Uh-huh.
She has that.
Because I know for Legally Blonde,
Mm-hmm.
Reese Witherspoon, she had that written in her contract that she got to keep all of
The clothes.
Yes.
I thought it was
drawing a blank on her name.
specific ones
Yeah.
that she wanted because she did an
What was her name
Instagram
in that
once
show?
of her storage unit with the clothes all labeled for Elle Woods.
Oh,
Elle
Woods,
Woods.
thank you. I was like,
Yeah.
what is her name? Yeah.
Elle Woods. Okay, so Sarah Jessica Parker also has been in the tabloids over the years for a variety of reasons, and one of them most recently for the show is that Kim Cattrall, who played Samantha for years, is not friends with her. And that's why originally they didn't come together for the second movie, or was it the third What was it they didn't come together for?
They were in
God,
the
I'm
movie
getting it.
together.
They were in both movies together, but was there a third they wanted to do and that got shut down?
Yeah, there was some drama about that. Then they decided to do the series.
And just like that.
And she still wasn't. She's like, I don't want to be around
And
her.
she said, I will never be part of it, but what the producers do? Well, Kim Cattrall doesn't own the name Samantha Jones, and they incorporated Samantha Jones in the series for HBO Max, and just like that, by making her have text messages with Carrie Bradshaw.
Okay.
Mr. Big, if you don't know now, sorry, spoiler alert, it's been 4 seasons. They kill him off in the first episode of this new series.
He pretty much took down Peloton, right?
Did he take it down?
I
Like
think-
in real life?
He has a heart attack after a Peloton session.
Or during the show?
But like people were like,
Freaked
when
out.
They saw that people were like, I don't want.
No,
to
but in real life, he had a heart attack?
No.
Or
No,
is
no,
this
no,
for
no,
the
no.
show?
For the show.
No, for the show.
Okay.
For the show, like he's on that.
I'm like,
No, he's not dead in real life.
Well,
He's
he said
alive.
he
He's
took
still
down
alive.
Peloton.
No, he's
Oh my
alive.
God, wait.
But just because of a show,
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
people saw
Got
that and
it.
said, I don't want that thing.
Yeah,
I'm like,
because
hello,
he-
you get a heart attack on a treadmill or anything.
Yeah, if it's coming, it's coming.
Oh.
But that's that's the storyline, Sam.
But I remember back
Mr.
then,
Big, Chris Noth,
Got
John
it. I was like,
Sales-
wait, is this real life?
Sales dipped big time.
for Peloton.
Oh, dang.
Because he was so obsessed with like getting his like all the different
Get your heart rate up to a certain.
What are the big, like-
BPMs and all that?
Splat points.
yeah, the splats. Like the splats. I was crazy for the splats. He was crazy for whatever the big thing was on Peloton. He has a heart attack, he dies. Okay. Where does this come in today? Well, Chris Noth has officially said he will never be friends with Sarah Jessica Parker ever again. And it is because back in 2021, I did not realize this because I feel like there were so many stories I forgot. I just totally forgot. Chris Noth was accused of impropriety and harassment by not one, but 2 women back in 2021. One of them worked with him on Law & Order, on an episode of Law & Order. And another one was a server in a club that he was partnered with. Because, a lot of celebrities put their names in clubs and restaurants. And so when the allegations came out that he was inappropriate and he harassed these women, Sarah Jessica Parker made a statement publicly supporting the women before she ever talked to Chris Noth about
Which I never
what's your
understood.
side of the story.
It's that fine line because you don't want to dismiss them, even though it's your friend.
Mm-hmm.
But there's got to be a way to say something where you're like, there's got to be some way to say it so you're still defending. I just don't know how you would even say it.
Yeah,
But
because
there's
what
got to be a
happened-
way to say it where
well, because look
you
at
can't win.
Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher were canceled for quite a hot minute.
Yeah, you're good.
Because they
You're
were
right.
all about Danny Masterson. Like, there's no way he did this. Danny Masterson is serving time in prison
Yeah.
for what he did now.
Yeah.
And it came back to them. Like, I can't believe you guys stood up for him in court that he wouldn't have done this, but it was proven he did.
But if you
do
go
it.
the other way and you have no proof, you're just going by someone's word and you're taking a friend that you've known and you just say, yep, he's a scumbag. You're right. I'm going with the ladies. That's not fair either.
So that's why Chris Noth is mad. He said that he and Sarah Jessica Parker are no longer friends because of how she responded to those allegations leveled against him. By the way, he is now 71 years old. That is a shocker. Chris Noth is 71. When you think of 71-year-olds, you're not thinking Mr. Big.
Did
No.
you guys,
No.
Did you guys ever find him attractive?
No.
No.
I just looked at him like, that's Mr. Big.
Well, because I mean, like,
He's better looking than that Russian guy.
oh yeah,
What-
Alexander.
Wasn't he a famous ballerina?
Yeah, Mikhail Baryshnikov
Yeah, he-
played Alexander. Anyway, so he said that it was very hurtful for him that Sarah Jessica Parker, Cynthia Nixon, and Kristen Davis all shared the same statement. We are deeply saddened to hear of the allegations against Chris Noth. We support the women who have come forward and shared their painful experiences. We know it must be a very difficult thing to do. We commend them for it. He said it was disappointing and pretty obvious that he was no longer friends with Sarah Jessica Parker after that, and it was very hurtful. It affected everything.
well, whatever happened?
I can't do exactly. That's what I was looking for. What happened with those allegations
Did he
in
settle out of
2021?
court?
I looked it
Did
up.
he-
I bet he did. If we didn't hear about it, then it's probably settlement.
Or did it go away, Kevin?
Like they just dropped they dropped the complaint.
Right, because so many times you hear stories in pop culture where a major actor's name is being sued, and that makes the headlines for a couple days, and then nobody really knows what happened. Because when you sue somebody, it's like a 2 to 3 year process. It's not like it's going to get resolved in 3 months, unless
You go to people's
if it gets
court.
resolved in 3 months, some money was exchanged to shut it down.
Yeah, just get it over with.
So that is why. But then the math doesn't make sense to me because in just like that, I guess they'd already filmed that part because it's been 4 years. So I'm just thinking, where's the overlap in where he was Mr. Big and just like that? And then he's like, I cut you guys off because you didn't support me. I got to go back and do the math ain't mathing to me right
Yeah,
now.
to find out, did they
But-
kill him because of that? Or?
But that's the story. They're not friends and they're not going to be friends.
It's time for What's Going Down in H-Town on the Rula Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Easy Fiber, and all you need to know or care about is what everybody's talking about, what is happening with our weather this weekend. And all this week, we've been telling you we've had to keep watching it because every hour it's changing. Well, we now have the law. I'm calling it the law. Jeff Lindner from the Harris
Lindner
County
Law.
Flood District. Lindner Law, that's a good, we should call it that. The news today is Lindner Law.
Oh,
There you go.
gosh.
We talked to Jeff this morning about what has transpired overnight and what are we really looking at for this weekend. And here's part of that conversation, what he said.
Saturday is going to be perfectly fine in the Houston metro area. It's going to be cold. It's going to be rainy. But we're not anticipating any freezing conditions or freezing rain or ice during the day Saturday. So
Okay.
Saturday's probably good, even into maybe early Saturday evening, although it starts to get a little questionable off to the north and west as we get into the evening hours on Saturday. And it's really overnight Saturday into Sunday now where that cold air really comes in and overlaps with the precipitation where we're probably going to see some ice. And it's still uncertain how much do we see.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get enough where we're going to have some issues on the bridges and the overpasses, and so travel on Sunday is probably going to be difficult. I know there's been a lot of questions about power. I don't think we're going to get enough ice down here to have power issues. You know, there could be some isolated outages, but I am not anticipating widespread outages, and Centerpoint has hundreds of people on standby to respond to any outages that we may see. So cold is coming. Some ice is coming. It's definitely going to be really cold. You have to take those preparations. You got to wrap those pipes. You got to open those cabinet doors. Monday morning, we're probably talking upper teens, low 20s, even down into the city of Houston. So it's going to be really, really cold. We've dealt with this, a couple times the last few years. So if you make those preparations, in the end, it's probably going to turn out okay for most of us. But we got to be careful on travel. We'll see how bad things get in certain areas as we get into Sunday, possibly even into Monday morning. And that's when, you'll see the decisions come out about closures and all that kind of stuff. But best course of action from Saturday evening through probably Monday morning, plan to stay put. And unlike last year, when you looked out your window and it was all white with snow, this is different. This is going to be freezing rain, and it just looks wet. And so be very careful. Don't think it didn't happen and go outside and try to get on the roads, because there could be a thin layer of ice on some of those bridges and overpasses.
And then another question I had for him was, is it different for you as a Texan if you are in the Woodlands, let's say, versus Friendswood? Like, where's the ice going to hit harder
we're
or
600
not as
miles.
hard? I mean, we're especially Houston area. We have the north and we have the south part of town, and here's what Jeff said about that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. So the further north and west you are, the more likely you're going to be below freezing for longer, and you're probably going to accumulate more ice. So we're talking Katy, Cypress, Tomball, Woodlands, Magnolia, Conroe, and on north and west of that. That's where we have the higher potential for ice. We do have some potential down south. It's just a little bit questionable of how far south. Even all the way down to the coast, we have some potential on Sunday, but it's a much more smaller potential. But what I'll say, for anybody who's lived up north or even, of course, down here in Texas, even a very small amount of ice can cause really big problems on these overpasses.
So just be careful, guys.
I'm kind of scared. Ted Cruz, he was in.
Ted fled.
He flew
I
to
know.
California yesterday.
Yep,
So
you know it's going to be bad.
Everybody-
Teddy,
it's like when
Teddy takes flight.
when he sees the shadow of the groundhog. 6 more
Ted
weeks.
fled.
If Ted Cruz is on a
Ted
plane.
fled. If Ted fled, we might be in
But he
trouble.
says he's coming back.
Yeah.
Because I asked him.
Sure,
He said he's coming back
Ted
Friday.
fled. Okay, we'll
I
see.
know.
Yeah.
So no snow. It's not glory. It's not going to be glorious like it was 1 year ago last year. Yesterday with all that beautiful snow. But definitely be careful.
Ice is the worst.
Definitely get
Yeah,
yourself ready to
that's what I hear.
just snuggle this weekend. Just snuggle. Stay warm and
Okay.
snuggly. How about that? What did you say now?
Oh,
Okay.
you better
Coming
push
up
past
next,
that.
the rodeo sounder of the day. Kevin works very hard on these.
Yes,
Did
he
not
does.
realize elephants don't come to the rodeo, but now we know.
Oh, man.
They were. I saw a text message that a long time ago they
Yeah,
did
a
have
long time
elephant
ago.
rides
In the 20s.
Like 1800s.
No, they still
In
do
the
that.
1900s.
At least do a camel. Didn't they used to do camel rides? They used to be on a camel.
Maybe.
They have a rodeo.
In the carnival area, there
Yeah.
was a camel, I think.
Yeah, at least do that.
See?
Well, how are you going to win your rodeo tickets? You need to know what the rodeo sounder of the day is. It will be revealed next on The Rula Show with Eric.